Let's talk about rock operas. Rock operas kick ass. They're massive, they're creative, they're cheesy, and they're a little weird. Like a concept album, rock operas allow your album to be more than just a collection of songs. But unlike a concept album, rock operas normally stick to telling a story, whereas a concept album could be about anything, like a whole CD about what each color tastes like. There are many badass rock operas that remain classics to this day, and we're not talking about those. We're talking about Kilroy Was Here, by Styx. It has robots. Now, Styx is the kind of band who were more like a radio rock group disguised as a prog band. They sound like your average prog act with those synthesizers and girly man vocals, only with a less technical edge. And that doesn't mean I don't like them, because they could kick ass when they wanted to, they just kept the cheese dials turned to 11. Now, the band's discography as a whole is okay. My favorites are From Man of Miracles to The Grand Illusion. Kilroy Was Here is a rock opera set in a future controlled by Dr. Righteous and the Majority for Musical Morality.
Moms and dads, I see the future. I see a future without rock and roll music. As I speak to you now, young people all over this country are burning guitars and records. Burn until we together have eradicated this vile plague that Elvis Presley brought down upon our nation. As I speak to you, the rock and roll trend...
He even gained enough influence to outlaw rock and roll and throw all the rock stars in prison.
Will now serve the usual evening meal of Dr. Righteous fried chicken.
One of these incarcerated rockers, framed for the murder of an MMM member, is Robert Orrin Charles Kilroy. Oh, I see what they did there. That spells pretension.
That's it. Let's go. You can't stop the music.
Later on, he receives a message from
Jonathan Chance.
Jonathan Chance? Really? I believe this was his full name. Kilroy escapes his cell after... What the fuck? He punches a roboto in the balls?
Oh my walls. Oh my walls. Oh my walls.
Disguised as a roboto, he's now on a quest to meet up with his rock and roll Jesus. And this is where the album begins.
Track 1. Mr. Roboto. You're wondering who I am. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. Machine.
We begin this album with the classic Mr. Roboto. And what I like about this song is how they manage to stray so far away from their sound without getting too stupid. It's goofy as hell, but it's a fun goofy. This is a moment in the story where Kilroy's on his way to go find Jonathan Chance, and I love how he's thanking the roboto he just murdered while he's making his escape. Thank you, Mr. Roboto. Thanks for letting me kick you in the nuts and escape while wearing your skin.
Track 2. Cold War.
This song is sung by the character Jonathan Chance, played by guitarist Tommy Shaw, and that's one of the things that I do like on this album. All the characters are played by the band members themselves. Dennis D. Young plays Kilroy, Tommy Shaw is Jonathan Chance, and Dr. Righteous and his goons are played by James Young and the Ponzo brothers.
Track 3, Don't Let It End.
Don't let it end. Baby, we could have so much
Please, let it! This This is a cheap-ass whiny breakup song. What happened to taking down Dr. Righteous and bringing back rock and roll? He could take a detour to go whine about some shit. High time, man.
I flipped the switch on my laser video, and now's the man staring.
High Time is much better. They go for the same groove they use on Cold War, but they change it up a little. I would say it's one of the musical motifs on here, but they never go for it again.
All my problems.
Heavy metal poisoning, dude. Oh. Heavy Metal Poisoning is a sermon by Dr. Righteous brainwashing the people about the dangers of heavy metal. Now he does that in a song that's pretty close to heavy metal to me. A little hypocritical on your part, don't you think, Dr. Righteous? I enjoyed this song too. It's cheesy, it's heavy, and the music video is hilarious. Just look at this guy.
What the devil's going on? Why don't you turn that music down?
Track 6. Just get through this night.
I'm as brave as the next man.
This song is boring. Jonathan Chance is just whining about being all he could be, and the music just sounds like a boring-ass Styx song.
Track 7. Double Life.
Double Life kicks ass. Dr. Righteous goes on about how he knows Kilroy is out there, and he's going to find him. But my favorite part of the song is this.
Track 8. Haven't we been here before?
Haven't we been here before? Footsteps lead down.
This song is irritating. It's just another ballad by Jonathan Chance. You know, for a musical Jesus Savior trying to bring back rock and roll, this is a pretty weak song for your cause. Yeah, guys, we did it. We did it. We brought back rock and roll. This song's for you.
Haven't we been here before? Footsteps lead down to the note on the door that says I can't stay here anymore.
Track 9. Don't let it in. Reprise.
I am the margin man with this guitar.
Wait a minute, it's over? Did I miss something? How did they win? No big battle song with Dr. Righteous? Like, what the hell, man? This is a fun rock opera, but I can't seem to follow a story all too well. I mean, some of the songs fit, and some of them do just sound like pop filler. And it sorta just ends out of nowhere. You get more of the story by watching the music videos, the concert, and the little mini movie. But the album on its own isn't bad. It's not the best Styx album out there, but I enjoy it for purposely being ridiculous and weird. Yeah, the story is an average fight the system sort of story, and the narrative doesn't really flow too well. And there are better rock operas out there. But I give them credit for at least doing it, because next time we're looking at an album released by a prog band that is so horrible, such a middle finger to the fans, that it makes Invisible Touch and 9125 seem a little better.
Ooh. Sally. She knew to make her money, get the bone in the alley. Then one day, old Sally went missing. Ooh, I couldn't tell them that it was me. With Sally gone, they searched real far. Couldn't find the body, no, they couldn't find the car. Dragging up the lake, looking in the trees. Ooh, I couldn't tell